questions. What sort of rat are we? I mean, is
a big one.
Okay, it's the biggest rat you can imagine.
I actually don't know. There's lots of questions that are involved in this question that I would have to do some...
There are so... we can... Maybe our next guest will help with that. OK, welcome back to the show with Mylene and Angela. We are joined now by TV personality Jenny Ryan of The Chase. Welcome. We give you a round of applause for coming in. Thank you so much. Guys, you can join in if you want. I mean, it's not compulsory. So best known as The Chaser, known as The Vixen. Let's see her.
The painting term imprimatura originates in what language?
Italian.
Correct. Who played the title character in the film Django Unchained?
Jamie Foxx.
Correct. 18 on the bounce. Wipeout.
Impressive.
Wow. I wouldn't have got Jamie Foxx, would you? No, and I love that film. How do you know that stuff, Jenny Ryan?
Oh, that's a very deep existential question. I think I'm probably blessed with a bit of a genetic advantage. All of my family are really into quizzes and have always been into general knowledge, but also that means we've had loads of practice. So I've been quizzing since I could read and write. That's how I learned. My granddad taught me, you know, reading, writing, arithmetic, and how to find things out in books.
So good. Now, you're here to talk about Pride Month and the lack of support that LGBT people feel in the workplace. Mm-hmm. So why has that driven you to speak out?
I think it's really important for myself as a straight person to use the privilege that gives me to support marginalised people, and it's something that's a learning curve for everybody. I'm learning all the time about the issues and terminology and the right kind of support I can give to my friends in the LGBT plus community. There've been some research recently done by Greene about allyship. So apparently 42% of people in Britain consider themselves an ally, but less than a third of people think that their workplace offers enough support for people within the community. So it's all about working out how we can best provide that support and inclusion and just making everybody happier and part of the same community.
What sort of support should a workplace offer, though?
I think what's really important is including people within that community in decision-making. And there's a phrase that I've heard recently that was originally used by people who were supporting people with disabilities. So it's nothing about us without us. So any decisions that need to be made, you consult, you ask questions, and you work with a panel of people from across that community to work out what to do for the best, not making sweeping decisions for other people. Inclusivity is what we're all after, really, in the end. Because
a lot of people say that if you look at the, you know, gay rights and stuff, it's accepted by nearly every single person now that there are people who are gay, and that's just equally valid state of being, right? So where are the people? Are there people around still who think not?
I think there's a lot of people who have archaic... I think there's probably two types of people. There are archaic, those who haven't moved with the times, who remember when it was illegal, when it was something that should be stigmatised, when it's something that should be literally kept in the closet. And I think there are there's a whole brand of human beings, a whole strain of human beings, who are just not accepting of anything that isn't within their very narrow sort of vision stream.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting you asked that question, but nobody here is gay. And it's like, you know, as a white male asking that question, we can't understand what your experience is like. It's like you just said, I liked that, you know, nothing about us without us. You'd have to ask that community. Same goes for race, same goes for working mums. It's, you know, there's no one there to represent that community.
Sure. No, I'm more interested in who these people are, who are the kind of holdouts against the idea of even being gay. I mean, I'll give an example. I think they must be around because in the neighbourhood I live in, the council decided to paint rainbow colours on the sort of pedestrian crossings, right? Well, I thought it was great. There was a near riot over it. People went mad about it. And I don't, you know, I mean, OK, there's partly a waste of council money issue. Where would you be on that?
I think the problem is, I haven't got a problem with that. Anything that cheers up the road is fine by me.
Cheered me up.
But I think the problem with all of these things is that when there is a militant voice that is disproportionate in having sensible argument, being circumspect about other people's views. I'm not talking about when people are ageist, sexist, racist. Just when you want to have a considered conversation and they can't hear it because they're going la, 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 and they're very militant about it, that's where the problems lie.